Okay, we're not live.
All right.
Mr. Colbert, you see the chat?
I see chat, yes.
Okay.
What do I need to do now?
Just so you'll click share screen.
Share screen.
Yep. And remember what you did to click on the PDF that you're going to be sharing for the presentation.
Okay. You there?
Yep, you're good. You can you're good to start whenever you want. If you want to give yourself a second to collect yourself, but you're good. We're gonna be off mute. It's all in your hands now. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to say good evening to each and every one of you. We're coming live from Selma University. My name is Edward Culbert. I'm the director of admission. And as you see on your screen, this is our catalog from Selma University. The policies and the procedures are to the student handbook. And as we go see that this is the fall of 2018 through 20, you'll see the table of contents. We're also looking at the greetings from Selma University from our new president. We received a new president last week, and the greetings from the president said, I am very pleased that you are interested in attending Selma University. Selma University was started to train ministers for the pulpit and teachers for the classroom for years after the slavery had ended. It is the intent of Selma University to continue to serve underprivileged students who may not be able to succeed in other institutions, as well as college-ready students. The school is accredited by the Commission of Accreditation of the Association for Biblical Higher Education, which is headquartered in Orlando, Florida. This is a good time to become to Selma University. It's a new beginning because we have a new president. His name is Dr. Stanford Angian. And also we see the curriculum, the academic calendar for 2018 to 2020. In our academic calendar, you see the starting dates for the spring began January 5th and 6th, that's in 2019. Now we are moving on to see the Board of Trustees and the future presidents and the past president is Dr. Stanford Angian. We had Mr. Dr. Eddie Hill from 2020 to 2020. Selma University mission statement. Selma University mission statement is that Selma University mission is to prepare men and women to be servant leaders throughout the world. The school offers a quality education program with liberal arts emphasis, equipping diverse students spiritually, intellectually, socially, and thereby producing graduates who lead in the profession for which they were trained. In an effort, we see that the school is in an effort to fulfill a mission. Selma University is committed to achieving the following goals. These are the goals we are preparing scholarly and faithful leaders in all the areas that they choose to serve, creating communities of academics inquiry by providing the necessary resources within the school and beyond. Also creating an environment that is both spiritually and academic, which enable the student to develop ethical character during their academic endeavors and the future. Also, we're reaching the disadvantaged students whose circumstances have their efforts for normal education opportunity. We're here to help all, not only one. We go on, we look at the history of Selma University. We find the history of Selma University was founded in 1878, and it was founded by the Reverend W.H. McAlpine, James A. Foster, and Muriel leading the effort. What was the purpose of this? For preparing of better leaders for the church and also the schoolroom. And in the history, we find it was first permitted in Mobile, Alabama, in 1874. The first trustees was elected. They was C.O. Booth, Alexander Butler, and W.H. McAlpine, and also Holland Thompson and H.J. Europe. What year did the school open? The school opened 4 years later in 1878 in St. Philip Street Baptist Church of Selma, Alabama. And then after being opened at St. Peter, a Baptist church there in Selma, Alabama, it then became the First Baptist Church. And then it's owned by the Alabama State Convention. Then the convention voted to locate the school in Selma, Alabama. In 1881, the school was incorporated by act of legislature under the name of the Alabama Baptist Normal Theological School of Selma. On May 14, 1908, the name was officially changed to Selma University. And we see the Women's Convention was organized in 1886, and it built the girls' dormitory in 1889. The dormitory was named Stone Hall in honor of Mrs. Susie Stone. Then you will see the Dinkin Hall, which is the main office, the main part of the school. It was completed in 1904 and named after Reverend C.S. Duncan, one of the presidents of the school. The building was rebuilt in 1921 after having been destroyed by fire, and it was remodeled in 1980. And in 1910, Foster Hall was built, and it was named for Mrs. Susie C. Foster, president of the Women's Convention. And we find in 1948, Cleveland Hall was built and was named in the honor of MC Cleveland Jr. The building continued the material that they was taken from Vickers' home in the old Arcade Hotel of Selma University. Then we find the dining hall was built in 1953, and it was named as Mrs. Gill. And also the Jemison Auditorium was built in 1966, and it was named after the Reverend D.V. Jemison, president of the convention. Then we have the Hood Dormitory, which is the men's, and the Jackson Wilson Dormitory for women's were completed in 1970. And in 1988, the Science Building was completed. In the late 80s, Selma University developed a 4-year bachelor program in religion and 2 years liberal art program to a 4-year institution. In the fall of 2000, Selma University began seeking accreditation with the Association for Biblical Higher Education. And in February of 2001, it received its applicant status. In February in 2005, the candidate status in February in 2009. So it is initially accreditation with the Commission on Accreditation of Association for Biblical Higher Education in the United States and also in Canada. In October 2013, the school went through an evaluation for 10 years of reformation of accreditation with the Commission on Accreditation of the Association for Biblical Higher Education in the United States and also in Canada. The school was accredited until 2000. The school was accredited until 2024. And now we move to the mission, policy, and the procedure. The mission director is Reverend Edward Culbert. You see the phone number there, 334-872-2533, extension 116, or extension 117. The mission statement is the same. Selma University mission is to prepare the men and women throughout the world. The scholar offers a quality education program with liberal arts, emphasis on equipping diverse students, spiritual, intellectual, socially, and to produce graduates who lead in the profession for which they are trained. Our mission is to recruit and enroll young men and women as students at Selma University. What are the procedures? First, we know that through the application for admission should be made on a form provided by Selma University. The application material should be received by the Office of Admission 1 month prior to the applicant's desire that we can associate on. Selma University has an open door policy. The application procedures is as follows. You must complete and return the admission to the admissions, the application form. Submitted, required, and also you have to have your medical information prior to start a class. We must take the TB scan test results. And at the bottom here, we find that the scan result or TB also the student enrolling in Selma, if the test result is a positive, the student will need to bring a written medical clearance statement from his or her health provider. We must have official transcripts, test scores, and the applicant is to submit scores from the ACT, American College Test Program, or the SAT, the Scholarship Aptitude Test Program. If these tests have been taken, usually the scores appear on your high school transcript. If the test wasn't taken while in high school, for students who do not take the ACT or SAT test or does not make at least 17 on the AC, they will be required to take the university placement test to determine whether the student will be regularly admitted or in Selma University. So we have to take the placement test. And also, these are the things that you must have. You must complete your application. You must have your GED test scores or official high school transcript, TB scan test, and we will sign off on it. That is from the mission director. Also, you see that the officer registered, then you go to the registrar's office and you prepare to register, and they will set up the scheduled classes. And then the register offers that details available courses in the semester calendar from the registrar's office after you have completed that. To register for classes, student must be admitted to the university. Once the students are admitted, they must take the placement exam and have achieved a 17 or better. But in English, math, or reading, taking a college level English or math classes and achieve at least HC average or better in the course, you will not have to take it. Then we find the application requirement for registration. What is the application requirement? The application requirement is an applicant who must exceed the general requirements for admission will be granted unconditional acceptance. Academic requirement for unconditional, we see here, a high school GPA of a 2.0 satisfactory or a score on a GED exam. Ultimate college GPA of a 2.0 and in good standings at last college to attend. All students who are unconditionally accepted into the university must have in their student file. This is things that you must have. The completed application, dated and signed with the social security number and the birthday. We must have a physical exam signed by a licensed physician with the results of the tuberculosis test and less than 2 years old, must be less than 2 years old. And the immunization records, that's the pen. We have a policy where that if you have been out of school over 15 years, you will not have to have your immunization record. We also, when you're coming in as straight out of high school, we must have an official high school transcript and should have the seal on it and signed with the guardians on the date of the transcript. The conditional acceptance, we do have conditional acceptance. Applicants who do not meet or exceed general requirement for admission may be granted conditional admission with the following academic restriction. First, you have the registration will be limited to 12 hours. Cannot take no more than 12 hours in the first term of attendance. Student will be required to meet all satisfactory academic progress requirements as financial aid. Student will be required to register with the academic dean for tutoring service. Applicants who have met the academic requirement but have not completed the admission process will be conditionally accepted. So we have other ways to be accepted. Then we also have the students who are conditionally accepted into the university must have in their file. These are things that you must have to blank. We already know that the application, your social security number, your birthday. We must complete an essay. And on the back, attached to the application, must have your official high school should have raised seal. Official college transcript. These student file will remain in the admission office until complete. If you do not complete it, it will remain in the admission office until everything is completed. Only students who are unconditionally accepted will have full access to the Office of Records and the registration. Transfer students, we accept transfer students as well. Also, international students. Then we find the test, also the test of the English of the foreign language. We do that, and the directors of admission should take care of that. Take the English placement test and secure the recommendation for admissions from the English department. We all know that we pay tuition, and the tuition fees for Selma University have been changed, and for the whole year, for the first semester is $2,400. for a full year would be $4,800 for a 1 year education. Then we have the registration. Then we also have orientation. Orientation program is designed to equip the new student with the college and the required for all students the first semester that they enroll. So all freshmen are required to do orientation. The sessions include an introduction to the spiritual and the academic objective of the school. And an outline of the academic program is offered. Information on school procedures and regulation and placement testing. Then we find academic advancement. It provides in the area of study, class schedule, effective study habits, and personal problem. An academic advisor is assigned to each student to help the student plan a course of study for each semester. Then we have the records of academic progress to keep them and share with the student by the advisor. The student must meet with the academic advisor prior to attempting to register for class. Then the advisor will suggest the courses to be taken according to their major and the curriculum, and provide the necessary approval for the student to continue through the registration process. And we see the classification here. The classification determined by the numbers of credit hours earned at Selma University and transfers to credits accepted after evaluation of official college transcript. Freshmen from 1 to 32 semesters hours, sophomore 33 to 66 semesters hours, juniors are 67 through 97 semester hours, and seniors is 98 or more semester hours. You know, the course load is at least 12 hours per semester. You have the 9-hour semester. Then we have the course description and the main office. The sections in the main office campus is 000, and the allied here we have Allied Health, we have the Enterprise, the Lynette, the Mobile, Pensacola, Tuscaloosa. Also, we have online and independent study. All these Enterprise and Net Mobile is extensions of Selma University. So you can go to the extension of Selma University, and we do have online classes, and we do have independent study here now. You're familiar with the add and drop. Any changes of your major. If you want to change your major, student must consult with the faculty advisor and obtain department chairperson for approval to the changes to other majors within the same department. To change majors from one academic area to another, a permit from the vice president for academic affairs is required. So you can change your hours. The unit of credit hours at Selma University is a semester hour. One semester credit hour represent 1 hour of classroom work or lectures, or 2 hours of laboratory work each week during the semester. Then we see the lectures of courses are based on 1 semester hour, which is relevant to 1 contact hour per week. We must have class attendance. And class attendance, we see here that it engaged to attend class. We must attend class regularly in order to stay on, especially if you're on financial aid and any other, you must attend class. Class attendance starts the first day of the academic semester and designated to the academic calendar. You all will receive an academic calendar when you accept to come to Selma University. A student absent excuses the minimum numbers of absent allowed for a particular course is FA, failure of attendance. Grade will be assigned. So each faculty member will exert every effort to advise and give an early warning to a student who may be in danger of receiving this FA grade for that course. You see the grading system. Grading processes. Withdrawal, you do have the opportunity of withdrawal. The student who wishes to withdraw from the course after the expiration of the official add and drop period may do so by completing a withdrawal form from course or from the student. Students should discuss the purpose for the withdrawal for the course within the student academic advisor. And also we do final exam, academic process. Also we do the graduation, the different degrees, the degree requirement, undergrad. This is what you are required for undergrad and graduate student. Must have a minimum grade point average of 2.0. For undergrad associate degree requires a minimum of 60 hours. Bachelor's degree requires 126 credit hours. And the master's degree requires a minimum of 30 hours. We also have the comprehensive exam. In order to graduate, you have to take the comprehensive, and part of the graduation is the requirement. All students graduate with a bachelor's degree will be take a comprehensive examination during the final semester while they're there. The examinations are administered in all courses. The student must earn a satisfactory score, which will be the major factor in the instruction assigning the final grade. Student must make a satisfactory score on the comprehensive examination administered in their major area in order to qualify for graduation. That is what they call the exit exam. Then you have your family educational rights and privacy. You have your student academic records. And when we get to page 37 in this book, you will find that we do the student life. Student life at Selma University. We do placement testing, we do counseling. Selma University provide both academic and personal counseling to all students. Academic counseling is provided through the Office of Academic Affairs, and all entering student will be assigned a faculty member as an academic advisor. And we see the student life here at Selma University. The student life at Selma University is a unique experience. There's a family atmosphere that pervades the campus. The smallest of the schools allow faculty and staff to personally know the students and to be involved in their general well-being. The school is just like home. We have an advisor. Anytime you have a problem, we are there to help you overcome. What is our objectives here? The objectives of the student life are to assist students in becoming knowledgeable of the spiritual growth, growing and maturing intellectually, developing social and personal skills, helping create and foster an environment to Christian ethics and values. We have campus activities are planned for all members of the college and family through the Office of Student Affairs. Activities are scheduled in conjunction with the college program. Dinkin Memorial Chapel, Jemison Owens Gymnasium, and Gibbs Dining Hall are the focal points for many of the planned activities for the entire college family. A number of our activities, of course, annually. These include Founders Day, that is the birth. Founders Day is the birth of Selma University. We just had it, and it was once a year. We have musical concerts, we have religious retreats, and classes and talent shows. All this is at Selma University. And at this time, we will turn you back over to our HBC host. If there are any questions from anyone at this time. HBC now is your host.